Good morning, friends. I am Dr. Ankita Kathiria, working as Assistant Professor at BK School of Professional and Management Studies. Today, I will discuss with you research paper writing for social sciences. Here, I consider only for social sciences. I'll give you the reason later on. Now, before going to in detailed discussion, I would like to thank Dr. Jagdish Joshi sir, Director HRDC, Dr. Preeti Mayani madam and Dr. Brahmbhatt sir who give me an opportunity to share my ideas with you people. So thank you so much. Now let's discuss what is today's lecture's agenda or today's lecture outline. In today's lecture, we will discuss about what is research paper, general things keep in mind before research paper writing, how to start and where I am. Steps for research paper writing, in that we will discuss identify to topic, to literature review, primary research, prepare research paper outline, general draft of research paper, target most suitable journal, write as per guideline of the journal. So let's start. What is research paper? So now we are talking about the research paper for social sciences. In some cases, the research methodology is different in case of sciences and social sciences, and result also differ in case of science and social science. In sciences, result 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 and H2O means water. If you do it India, if you do it US, if you do it in any of the country. But in social sciences, result may vary in terms of change in culture, in terms of change in religion, in terms of change in area, location. So it depends on many things. Now here, when there is a more variation in result, we need to be accurate. So how you can write an accurate paper, that we are discussing. Okay, now let's start. First, what is research paper? A research paper is a piece of academic writing that provides analysis, interpretation and argument based on in-depth independent research. Research papers are similar to academic essays, but they are usually longer and more detailed assignments designed to assess not only your writing skill but also your skill in scholarly research. Writing a research paper requires you to demonstrate a strong knowledge of your topic, engage with a variety of sources, and make an original contribution to the debate. So from this context, you can understand that what is research paper. Research, if you want to write a research paper, it requires both your writing skill as well as your research skill. Because here it is not you are just giving only the material what you have, but here you are sharing your ideas, here you are communicating your ideas with the target audience. So research paper is one academic essay which includes your knowledge, your research and your skill of writing. Now let's discuss what you should keep in your mind before writing a research paper. First one is a language and grammar. Here, when you start to write a research paper, first you need to think about whether you want to write in your vernacular language or other languages. If you are a Gujarati and you write in a Gujarati language, it is good. You may good in your language. But if you don't know the other languages and journal requires that language, you should take the help of other to communicate your idea in a better way. Because you may good in a research, but once you are failed to communicate with the people or stakeholders like editors for journals and other readers, then there is a less value of your research. So when you write a research paper, ensure your language and grammar. Okay, if you are not convenient in that language, you can take help someone else, and right now many services are available. If you just look at the any publication houses, they are giving the supporting services to the author, so you can take help of that. But whenever you are writing, it should be clearly that it should be correct grammatically and proper in a language. Now, sequence of the content, subtopic, topic, it should be in a such a way which is easy to understand for everyone. There should be a chronology of your research. There is a main topic, there is a subtopic. It should be classified in a better way. And sometimes journals also giving a guideline regarding it. But if they are not, journals are not providing guideline, it should be identically review in your paper that yes, this is main topic, in that you are writing this subtopic, in that this is a subtopic. So there should be a proper sequences. Structure of paper, that we will discuss in a later part in detail. It is most important how to frame your structure of your paper. Then academic writing and easy to understand. Here you want to communicate your research with the other people. So in this case, first thing is that it should be easy to understand. If you have done research, if you have solved certain problems, then it should be understandable by each and everyone. So next one is academic writing. Here in academic writing, we know that it starts from A and it's end with Z. Means there is a chronology. If we are just looking in a writing, then if you are just giving information and material of your research paper in forms of, first you will write down A, then you will write down C, then you will write down Z, and again you will go for B. So this is not the way to write. Here it should be in a consistency nature and it should have a chronology. Next, cite every research paper properly. Whatever you have referred for your research, it may be from journal, it may be from research article, or it may be from newspaper article, it may be someone's presentation, it may be from books. But when you are taking ideas and when you are taking certain things from that paper, you need to cite properly, because here plagiarism is the biggest issue in the world. If you are failed to cite, it means you are in a trouble. You may come under the plagiarism. And right now UGC also having a strict guideline regarding the plagiarism. If you want to save your side and if you want to save your side, then you should cite each and everything properly. It will reduce your plagiarism. Now next thing is how to start and where I am. This lecture is not only for the new beginners, it will helpful the existing one, but today I am starting from the first, where I am. If you have done certain research project and you have concluded the research project, it will be easy to write that. If you have done some dissertation, you can write easily. If you have done any grant projects, you can do it easily. But it doesn't mean if you are new, you will face a lot many difficulty. But who have done these things, they are a little bit convenient to write a research paper. So first identify yourself where you are. Have you done anything, or you are a new beginner? Then after that you have to decide from where you have to start. So first we are starting. What are the steps for a newcomers for research paper writing? So these are the most important steps when you want to write a research paper. First step is identify the topic. This is the biggest issue. People have a knowledge. People want to write a research paper, but they don't know on what topic actually they want to write down. So this is even a big deal Once you want to fix a topic, it is not an easy task. Here, how you can identify the topic? First, you need to do a certain brief literature regarding the topic. Suppose if you want to work in any of the area, broad area, you have to just Google it out, broad area. Right now, this is a pandemic situation, and if you want to do a research in pandemic, then you can write you can just get the certain general information regarding the pandemic. So here the eyesight and the point of view will differ in all social sciences subject. Commerce people and management people think about that way, education people think about in their ways, and psychology people think about psychology of the people due to pandemic, and economic people think about how it will be affected in economic condition. So these are the different ways. Now if you are suppose you are being a commerce and management student, you will look at that what is the impact of COVID-19 on certain things. It may be a stock market, it may be a small and medium sized firm, it may be a pharma industry, because during this period pharma is in booming. Now suppose if you want to study impact of COVID-19 on education aspect, then people will think about the what is the effectiveness of online learning during pandemic, what is the teachers problem during the online teaching, what are the students perspective, parents perspective. That may be a topic of education field. Same way for economics, they think about what is the impact of COVID-19 on GDP, and what is the change in GDP, growth of the GDP. You can compare the country wise GDP. So these are the topics, broad topics. Now psychology students will take the topics like that, impact of COVID-19 on the psychology of students, on the psychology of individual, on the psychology of mothers. Or sociology students can discuss what is the impact of COVID-19 on overall society. It may be a marginal society, they want to learn that whether the COVID-19 affected to the old age people, whether the COVID-19 is affected to the beggars. So this type of research can be done. So how to select the topic? First you need to think about a topic, but once you want to select the topic, you should keep in your mind whether you are interested or not. It is same like a marriage. Okay, when you any person want to do a marriage with the other person, he or she will think that can I live for with this person for long life? If or he or she think yes, then he or she accept the proposal. Same way, research is not your research paper is not a single task. Once you want to do a research, you have to keep in your mind it will a long process. First you write the research paper, you will send to the journal, journal will suggest some revisions, you will do the revision. Once you are not interested, you will fed up with this, and once you will fed up with this, you can't do it a good qualitative research paper. So here you have to keep in your mind, these are the ways I show you how you can identify the topic in various social sciences subject. But you need to understand whether you are interested or not. Once you are not interested, reject it. Interest is the most important in research. Okay, so after identifying a broad topic, that yes, pandemic and certain things you want to find out, then you will narrow it down after doing a literature review. First you have to keep it as a broad area, Then you will narrow down the topic after doing a certain literature. So first you need to read lot many information regarding the broad topic. Then let's discuss about the literature review. So first, to narrow it down your topic, you need to do a literature review. Now, how to start your literature review? Think from where you can get the information and how you can collect the previous literature. Here you need to narrow down your topic, interest area, and need to find out the gap. But first question, from where and how you can find the previous literature. There are many ways. First, when you are just interested, you will read in a newspaper, you will read in a general Google or any search engine, that pandemic and industry. You read the basic information. Now you want the previous literature regarding this topic. It may be in Indian context or it may be in other country or foreign context. So how you will get it? For that I want to share that Google Scholar is the best one. So here I'll show you how you can find out the things. So this is the Google Scholar. This is not a general Google we are using. So this is Google Scholar. They are giving a research. Here suppose you want to find out the COVID-19 and mental health. So psychology student will study this. Then you will get the research paper regarding the mental health and COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, and these are the research papers are available. You go through it. Okay, once suppose if you read it, if you will just click on it, you will get the detailed article. Then mental health outcome of COVID-19 pandemic, parents with mental health disorder in COVID-19 epidemic. So these are the research paper you will get it. This is Oxford Academy. So it will definitely good and quality. You go through it. Then you find out the gap. You download it. All the research paper you download it from here, and then this is the one way, Google Scholar. Okay, I hope it is clear. First one is Google Scholar. From Google Scholar you can get the research paper, but sometimes Google Scholar is not also the enough. You need to go for other publication sources. I'll mention you the name. It is Emerald, it is Springer, Elsevier, Science Direct, Sage Publication, Jester. So you go through these sources, you will get n number of research papers. Suppose here again you want this is Elsevier. Okay, you just go through it. This is Elsevier. Okay, how you will find the research paper? Here you can search the research paper, that COVID-19 and mental health. These are the keywords that you want to exactly read. So you will get the related article regarding the mental health effect on COVID-19. This research is done. It is book Mental Health and COVID-19 Pandemic. So these are the research paper. It might not be available on general Google Scholar. So you go through it. You have a lot of material. Then second one is a Springer. From Springer you can also get the things. How you will get? I'll just see. I'll just show you. Okay, here you will just write COVID-19 and mental health. The climate crisis, Springer medicines. There is a corona webinar, COVID-19 non-technology. Now you read it. If something is not relevant to your topic, they will give you a lot many information, but no need to take each and everything. They just here the search engine will just only pick up the words, keywords. Then they are giving the keyword related to the keywords information. So COVID-19 related things are given. So it here in Springer there is nothing like mental health and coronavirus. Now next is a emerald. If you just go through the emerald, you will get the same thing. So I'll just show you how you can just find out the good research paper. These are the good publication houses. They are giving many journals with a good quality research paper, and it is also useful for you to identify the journal. That I'll share you later on. So suppose here COVID-19 and mental health. I'll just go through it. They'll give you a result. Yes, mental health consequences of COVID-19 pandemic on adult population, a systematic review. See, you got many articles from Emerald, and Emerald is a good publication houses and having a good n number of journals. Fine. So these are the ways you can find out the previous research article. Okay. Now let's move for our main presentation. I hope it is clear. So you, in that way you can find out the literature, you save your previous research paper in a single folder, then you read it and try to find out the gap. Now what is a gap? So research gap is that whatever the research is not done yet, it is known as a research gap. You read it, all the articles, you find that yes, this thing is done, mental health in adult sector is done, COVID-19 and mental health of student is done, but mental health of old age people is not done. So this is your research gap. You can do it and you can write. And sometime in social sciences, context is also a research gap. In case of America, there is a different state of mind. There is a, due to coronavirus and mental health of American people may deviate from the Indian people. So this may be also research gap. So you find out the research gap. Now you narrow it down your interest area. First it is only the mental health. Now on actually on what topic? Here adult is done, old age people is done, younger is done, but women is left. So you will do on women. So now here your interest area is narrow it down. Next is primary research on your selected topic. Okay, you have narrowed down your topic, but again you need to do a primary research whether it is feasible or not, because selecting topic is not and. Here you need to think whether the topic is feasible to get the data. Once you want to do a research in social sciences, you require a data. It may be a primary data or it may be a secondary data. Suppose here you want to study the mental health of American women and Indian women, but you don't know any women from USA or America, then how you will get the data? Is it feasible? And you don't have any source to get the data from American women. Can you compare? Can you do it? No. So it will be meaningless. First, when you want to do a research, you need to do a primary research. How you can conduct the research? Whether it is available on, if it is on secondary data, then again you have to look at whether authentic data is available or not. Here data is not important, but authenticity of the data is important. If XYZ data is available, then it will be meaningless. Once you want to prove the, that yes, there is a change in mental health among American women and Indian women, then you should have a primary data or you should have a secondary data. Secondary data, there is no scope of secondary data availability, then you should go for primary. Same thing, you want to study the trade impact of COVID-19 on American trade and US Indian trade, then what trade amount and trade deficiency, everything is available on the website of Indian government, but whether it is available in US website, it is required. If it is there in authentic website of USA, then you can compare the things. Here you need to think about whether the data will be authentic or feasible for the research. Then you should go for your research interest area. If it is not feasible and if it is not authentic, you should not do it. Next is prepare research paper outline. Here you have fixed the topic. Yes, after feasibility of your data, you think that yes, you will get it. I have a couple of friends who are living in USA, they will help me to get the primary data. Then you will go for that. Yes, you want to study the mental health of American women and Indian women. Now here you need to draft your research paper outline, because here you talk about the mental health, you talk about the COVID-19, you talk about the women, you talk about the American women and Indian women. So you need to structure your paper. What should be first, what should be last? Here many variables are associated with this topic, like mental health. The mental health may differ in case of Indian culture women, and it differ in case of foreign culture women. So here you will be specific. Foreign US culture women, whether you want to take born and brought up of US, or who are having background from India. So here you need to specify more and do a literature regarding this, and need to create a specific paper outline, what you will consider in your paper. So this is your research paper outline. Yes, I'll conduct the research between Indian women and American women. American women will be the only born and brought up of America, who don't have a Indian background, and from India you will take any of the women. Again, you need to classify whether you want to take a working women, non-working women. So lot many things you have to decide which exactly you will study. Here you need to create an outline. Next is general draft of the research paper. These are the main parameters you will keep in your mind, or you will write in your research paper: title, abstract, keyword, introduction, literature review, research methodology, data analysis and discussion, hypothesis testing, conclusion, references and annexure. So let's discuss it one by one. Title. Title is like that. You want to study that impact of COVID-19 on working women of US and India. So impact of mental health on working women of India, working women of India and USA. This is your title. Now when you fix the title, it should be eye-catchy. Readers are ready to read. Readers are attracting towards your topic. Then your research paper will going to read again and again. Okay, so it should be eye-catching and clearly shows what you have done, where you have done, and who have included in that. Okay, your context should be clear, and your keywords are related, which reflect in your titles. Suppose here we have fixed the title to study the impact of COVID-19 on to study the impact of COVID-19 on mental health of American and US and Indian women, working women. So here you specify the context, that you are talking about the comparison between Indian, and American. Okay, so context is clear. What you want to study? You want to study mental health and among working women. So this is your title which specify each and everything, where, what, why. Okay, this title should be clear enough and eye catching. Next, abstract. Generally we think that abstract is a you write anything 100 to 300 words about your research topic. No, when you write the abstract you should be clearly about what is the problem, what motivate to you to solve this problem, and how you achieve your target or goals, and what you find and utility of your research. So here your abstract is a brief or blueprint of your research, like that what is your objectives, which research methodology you have used, and what you have find out, how you have reached to the objectives, to prove your objectives, and how this research will useful or significant to others. So this is the abstract. This content should be there. Here suppose we talk about the mental health among US and Indian working women. So for that topic we are just writing the brief abstract like that. The aim of the research is want to know that what is the difference among the Indian and US women due to pandemic, and we have utilized XYZ methodology, and during this research we found out that, and this research will useful to this. So this is the abstract. Okay, you should keep in mind everything should cover in your abstract, because it is a first thing every reader will read. Yes, this is attracting, and this is it is not only attraction is not only enough thing, but whether this is whether this research will useful to me or not, that you can just conclude from the abstract, or reader can conclude from the abstract. Take example, we have just taken many reviews that yes, suppose mental health consequences of COVID-19 on adult population systematic review. So this is the literature review paper. Now you read the here, okay, abstract. So abstract, the spread novel coronavirus is infected. This is the purpose of your research. This is design methodology, then findings, practical implication, original value. This format is specified by the journal, so it is in that way. But if some journals are not giving a format, they are just showing you just write in a only the para, then you will do it in a para. Like take example of Elsevier. You want to search article related to here COVID-19 and mental health. Okay, against mental health services for lower middle income countries, Africa and Asia. So this is like our top, we are discussing the, I'm just giving the example. So how it is studied, highlights. Here abstract is not, yes, background, method, result. This is the way of the abstract decided by this journal, but some journals are not giving the, so in that case we need to create in a paragraph format. But in paragraph format you need to be clear. Yes, see, genocide survivors during the, see, this is the paragraph format. I don't know why this thing is happening. Fine, we can select the any of the article. I'll just show you the yes, abstract. Here, see, there is nothing like a methodology or a format of abstract. Then you can go through this way. Yes, this is the abstract in a paragraph format. Now let's discuss. Sorry, we'll go to the main presentation. I hope abstract is clear. It should be a brief between 100 to 300 words, and it should answer of all these 4 questions I have raised. Now let's discuss about the keywords. Keywords means what? We have done practical of it. See, I'll just show you the COVID-19 and mental health. These are the keywords. Okay, so you have to frame same thing like keywords. In any of the research paper you will find out the keywords. I'll show you the some research article that, yes, suppose this is a Emerald article. We have found out that mental health and consequences of COVID-19. Abstract is over, then exactly after the abstract you will find out the keywords, that mental health, anxiety, stress, depression, adults and COVID-19. So same way you can prepare the keywords which is most significant and which shows exactly what you have done in your research, because each and every readers or researcher will try to find out your article through keywords, as we have done. What we have done? COVID-19 and mental health. Then we will get this article. Again, same way, you want to study the working women of America and India, then working women. Here adult is add, COVID-19. In same way, mental health, what you want to study, that will you can define as a keyword. So mostly journals are allowing 5 to 10 keywords for any research article. So it should be appropriate enough and it should be catchy by everyone. So it will helpful to future researcher and readers to get the information through keywords. It should match with your title and abstract. Some journals are asking for JEL classification. So this is like a uniform classification. Suppose I want to study the mental health, then there is a one code for a mental health, 105. Then you will write a 105. But it depends on research journal. If research journal asking for JEL classification, you need to give a JEL classification. Okay. Now let's discuss about the next thing, that is your introduction. So here this is all about the brief summary, title and keywords. Now your main research paper writing are start. Here researcher need to answer the following question. What should you write in your introduction part? Because introduction is the first thing you will cover. What is the problem? What are the solution available for it? What solution, it may be a B, C, D alternatives are available, and which one is best? Suppose D is the best, but again you need to find out what is the limitation of it. You find out the limitation of D, then you will show what you have to do. Up, you will think about you can do and how you can remove the limitation of D. This is all about the introduction chapter. Introduction chapter gives a brief of your research in forms of various alternatives available and what you have do. Okay. Next is literature review. I'll already share with you how you can find out the literature from the existing database like Emerald, Sage Publication, Jester and other sources like Elsevier, Science Direct, Springer. These are the good database from you can get the quality research paper. Now here literature review doesn't mean you will just write down the research paper whatever you just got from websites or from the journals. No, here you will write down the research paper and you are write down the literature review of a past research. So it should be in a systematic way. Yes, this is the, you will create a classification of your review. Take example, you are talking about the mental health of American and Indian women, then you will classify your literature. You classify what you want to take as a mental health, then you will classify the past research which shows a mental health. It may be a stress, it may be anxiety. So what anxiety you are talking, how you will measure the anxiety, that you will define in your literature and you will support with the past literatures, that is past research whatever done on anxiety. So then again second thing, you are talking about the Indian and US working women. So what is concept of working women in India and America? You will just write down the past research regarding this. Then what is pandemic situation? You will write some articles regarding. So here you are just you are doing a classification, then you are doing a sub classification. Working women, then you are just classifying the Indian working women and American working women. Suppose mental health, you are classifying anxiety, you are classifying stress. Pandemic, you are classifying the previous pandemics like flu. And what was the condition? Suppose some research has done during that period, you will quote over here and you will write down about the COVID-19. Okay, so it may be a classification, it may vary. After doing a literature, you can understand what should be the exact classification. But whenever you are just classified the thing and whenever you write your literature review, it should be consistent. It should be consistent in by classification wise, as well as something is that, something is not that. It should not controversy. Okay, so this is your literature review. Next is research methodology. Research methodology is important for doing a literature, whether you are using qualitative research or quantitative research. Fine, you need to have one more lecture for research methodology in case of a qualitative research paper writing and in case of quantitative research paper writing. So it varies in case of both the thing, but here I cannot discuss due to time constraint. So you need to mention which method exactly you have used. Suppose you have taken the in-depth interview, so it is a part of qualitative research. Then you will give the reason why you have choose this method. You will give the rational argument. Yes, in past research, same type of research, many researcher, means here you are citing the researcher X, Y, Z in year of 2011, 12, 13, whatever it may be. They have proved that this method is sufficient and efficient and effective to study this type of topic. So as a researcher, I have used this method. But remember, in research paper, never use I or first personal language. You always remember you need to write a researcher or third person language. Next, you need to cite each and everything. Suppose you use qualitative research, why you have used, which previous researcher you have used, you cite in a systematic way. Then sample. If it is in primary research, you need to give what is the rationale to choose only 500 sample, 250 from India, 250 from USA. you need to give a reason why you have choose 500 or 250 from each of the country and why it is sufficient. For each and everything you should be logical and rational. Then and then journal will accept your article. The next one is more detail you can attach in annexure. Suppose sometimes in research methodology you use many things, then here you need to just show a brief. If more details are required, then you can put it in a annexure part. Otherwise researcher will be get a little bit confused that what is this, why this too much information. They want only which methodology have used, why, when, where. They don't want more detail. Suppose you have selected this area, why this area, you just give the brief discussion, but no need to write down the all this detail of this area, that yes, from US these states we have considered, from India we these states we have considered, but the name of the states states and list of the states you can give in a annexure part. So these are the research methodology portion. In that you will write down, you need to keep in your mind and you need to mention which method, why this method, reason for selection of your method, and reason for a sample selection, and method of the sample selection, convenience based method or random method, non-random method. You need to give a reason with the supporting documents and which shows a rationality and logical things of your research. Now let's discuss about the how you will write the data analysis and discussion part. Sometime we called as a discussion, sometime we called as a result, but here you will discuss detail about your research, what you have done, what you found, everything you will write over here. In this case you need to be very clear. Yes, this is a research I have done. You need to give a detailed interpretation of your research result, but remember, no need to give a detailed tables and charts, whatever you have done in Excel sheet for the research. Suppose you have taken 500 sample, you need to give a small frequency that out of 500 or out of 250 this is the result. Okay, otherwise it will be a too much complex to justify your work and to communicate your work with the target audience. So here you will just write a detailed interpretation of your research result, but if you think that this much of statistic and charts are not required over here, you can write that things in a annexure part or appendix part. Now discussion is not like that you will just giving a simple statement or obvious statement. Here you need to give whether you have find out or whether your result is proving your title or objectives. If no, then your research is meaningless. Suppose you want to study the mental health of Indian and American women, and you have not asked any questions, or you have asked a question in your in-depth interview which is not measures the mental health, then it will be meaningless, because your objective is that and you are asking something else other than the mental health, then it will be meaningless. So when you are just writing the research result, it should be consistent with other researcher or not, whatever it may be. Suppose in previous research it is found that it is not consistent, like a previous researcher has found that there is no deviation among the Indian and American women regarding mental health in any situation, but here you found the differences due to pandemic. So you have to mention whatever the things, whether you are supporting the previous research or you are not supporting. As I mentioned from the starting of the lecture that we are in social sciences, so Result may vary in case of time, in case of situation, in case of context, in case of many things. Okay, so here you should be consistent, but need to mention whether you are supporting or not supporting to the previous result, but with the citation. Yes, XYZ have proved that in 2014 that there is no change in mental health among these two countries women, but in my research we found that, but in this researcher has found that there is a deviation among these two countries women. So in case of mental health, so this is the ways you will mention your result, and sometimes some previous research shows and same thing you prove it. You can say, you can write that yes, our research this research support the previous research which is proved by ABC in 2016. So this is the also way you can mention your result and you can discuss your result. Now try to avoid a general discussion. As I said, something is common that we read in newspaper and we read in any article, we obvious statements like that there is a huge impact of COVID-19 on women, working women, but without data don't write anything. Okay, you have not asked the questions, you have not the data, you are not considered in your research and you are giving the general statement. Try to avoid a general discussion. Okay, so this is the way you can write the portion of data analysis and discussion. Next one is hypothesis testing. Here sometime hypothesis testing part may be a part of a data analysis and discussion. Some journals are considering as a separate part, but we need to think it whether hypothesis testing is required or not. That depends on researcher. Yes, if they frame the hypothesis, yes, we need to prove that there is a suppose your hypothesis is that there is a difference between the difference in mental health among Indian and American women. Okay, so you want to prove it. The pandemic creates a there is impact of mental health due to pandemic among Indian women and American women. So you want to study that hypothesis and you have fixed the test that yes, there is a change in this and that. You select the test, you have measured the things, you have collected the data, but hypothesis testing is important. Once you have framed the hypothesis, you mention both the hypothesis, null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis, and some journals are allowing only to write down the null hypothesis. Alternative, definitely it will be the opposite of the null hypothesis. So whether you are able to prove it or not, you write down with the statistic, but here I'll suggest you not to write down the detailed statistic. Suppose you are using SPSS, R software, or you are using any of the software, you will get lot many tables, but here you need to just justify yes, p value is less than 0.05. It means we are rejecting the null hypothesis and we prove that there is a difference among the Indian and American women. Okay, there is a difference in mental health of American and Indian women. We prove it. Now again we need to give a justification with the past research and with our research. Here you will not put lot many tables, you will just give the brief descriptive table and the test table. No need to give the too much information. Suppose you are using a regression, there is a lot many tables are there. If you are using the ANOVA, there is a lot many tables are there from the SPSS. So no need to just copy and paste of the table. Whatever the significant information which prove your hypothesis, you just put that information. You are not keeping all the information in this part. Okay, so next, yes, As I have already shared that data analysis and discussion are separate from it. Results should be discussed in a brief rather than all statistical data. Now let's discuss the next part, that is conclusion. Conclusion is what? It is your abstract? No. Generally people are doing this mistake. They are just summarizing the paper, whatever the abstract they have mentioned. No, conclusion is different thing. Conclusion, here you are giving a conclusion what you have done. Okay, so while you are writing the research conclusion, you need to just give a global and specific conclusion of your research. Then you need to give information regarding uses of research, how the significant this research, and what is the limitation of this research, and what further researcher can do in this research. Suppose here you have studied American women, working women, and Indian working women. So this is the limitation of American and Indian working women. You can do more, you can conduct more countries working women. Then you have conducted only the this way of a working women. Suppose you have selected only the service industry working women, you can again go for the manufacturing working women. So these are the limitation, and what the future limitation and future research are like related, that whatever the limitations of your research, it mostly it will helpful for the further research. So here don't summarize your paper same as your abstract and try to give obvious statement. Try to avoid use obvious statement. Yes, there is a change in difference in mental health of America and India. It definitely, it is obvious. The country will change, the mental health will definitely change. But at what level it change, when it is change, whatever you have done the research, you need to write, which is proved by your research result. But general statement you should avoid to write down in a conclusion part. I hope now the general classification is clear. Now next one is references. References, after writing your research paper, you need to give references. Journal may asking to write down as per APA style. It may be they are asking for a Harvard or MLM, whatever the style they are asking, you need to utilize that style. But I am suggesting, if you want to just write a research paper and you want to save your time, because references is not that much easy task, whatever you thinking, whatever you will write, it is okay. No, when you are writing down your references, it will helpful to avoid your plagiarism, and you need to do a proper citation. If you want to do a proper citation, you should use some software, handy software available like Mendeley, Zotero. Okay, you can write easily your research paper by using this software. I'll just show you the in one of my research paper I'm writing right now, that it is under process. So this is my research paper. Okay, I'm writing that research paper, everything is done on I'm writing a second draft. I'm just trying to find out the error and proofreading. Suppose here I'll just write down this is my citation. Yes, suppose developing countries are in initial stage of development, their own guideline, and the corporate social responsibility companies report about the corporate social responsibility activities in their annual report. So who said this? These many researcher, Shankar and Panda in 2011, Gautam and Singh 2010, Sharma and other in 2009, Fifka and 2015. So here you need to mention citation, but I am using the software. Suppose I am writing down this thing is said by someone. Here this reference thing, and I'm Mendeley, I have attached Mendeley with this. So I'm using Harvard reference style because the journal asking to write down the Harvard. If I'm using this, I can change my citation style within 1 second. Okay, it will change automatically. If X journal is asking for Harvard, you will directly do Harvard. If X journal is not accepted your paper, now you want to submit in another journal, then that journal is asking for American Association AMA, and one is asking for APA. What you will do, if you using this software, you can directly change your citation without too much hazards of changing the citations, because it is more difficult. Okay, so you can change simply by changing this method style. Okay, suppose here something is shared by insert citation. I'll go through the citation. I'll get it within 1 second. Insert citation. I think some error is there. Okay, wait for a minute. It is not responding. Okay, here I am citing the and same source is also provided. If you are not using Mendeley or Zotero, you can use the references from Word file as well. So this is the Word file. Here you need to add all this information, and you need to manage, you have to manage your references. Okay, I have not opened the Mendeley, that's why this thing is happening. Okay, it will open within a few minutes. So Mendeley crash recovery is going on. So now I can cite anything. Suppose here I want to put my citation, that yes, who have done this. I'll get the information. Sorry for delay. Fine. Wait. Some error is there, so right now I'm unable to do it. Okay, fine, let's move towards the okay, fine, let's move towards our main presentation. If it will done at last, I'll show you. Fine. So references is the most important. You need to manage properly, because at the end we need to give a references like this. See, I've given the references. These are my references. Suppose I am changing my style. I'll just give you an example that if I use Harvard references, then this give me in that way. And suppose I am one journal is accepted as per they ask for APA 6 edition. I'll change the APA 6 edition. They give me a references. I'll just refresh it. I need to just refresh. I think some product activation shows failed and it is in process. It will be changed. See, there is a change. They are just giving me a references. You find the change. Okay. So same thing. If they are asking me to use other style like a MLA. Too many tasks are performing together, so that's why this thing is happen. Mendeley citation formatting 78%. Fine. So I hope you understand how you can just change the citation style within one single click. Once you are just doing manually, it will take more than 1 week. Okay, Fine, again you want the your Harvard Business Style, then you go for it, Harvard reference format. See here, you just look at this is a full name and then this bracket in 2019. You will find the changes that yes, you want to use now Harvard, and again you will refresh it, you will get the, see, you will find the change. Whatever the style they ask, journal will ask, you can do it in single click. So I'll suggest you to use the softwares or things which will make you easy to write your paper and manage your reference easily. And next one is annexure. So annexure is also one of the important part. You do not put everything whatever you want, you just look at whether this thing is important or not, and you try to provide it graph and table which is really required and need to support your research result. Okay, so it should be an annexure part. Sometime we have prepared questionnaire, yes, definitely we need to give a questionnaire as an annexure part. So these are the general things in each and every paper you need to keep in mind: title, abstract, introduction, literature review, research methodology, then data analysis and discussion, then conclusion, referencing and annexure. Now I'll show you, you need to be in a sequence. If you want to write a paper, you have to be some smart. So keep in mind, before creating structure of your paper, what you will do, you have done the research, don't directly frame your title and abstract. Okay, you frame your objective on the basis of objective. You suppose you have created the table, your tool like a questionnaire, in-depth interview, guide, or suppose secondary data, then try to write down the figures and table and what are the theories associated with that. Then you jump on to write down the method and result and discussion portion, which method you have used, why you have used, what is the result, you just write down this thing. Then try to write down the conclusion and introduction. Okay, from that you can write down the title. You can here, after doing too much work, you will be easily write your title exactly what you have done. Okay, so directly you just frame a rough title, you work on it, then frame the catchy, eye-catchy title after working. Okay, so first we have just described the brief title, that to study the difference of mental health among Indian and American working women. Now after doing too much work and literature, you find that yes, there is some change. Then you will ask the question in your research title, you can put in a different way. So this is the way you can go from bottom to top. First you will prepare the title roughly. Once you will go through your research, you will create a eye-catchy title. That I will not share in a title because I want to share it right now. If I'll share in a first slide, then you will think that yes, we can do it and we need to frame this title. No, when you prepare title for a journal, it should be eye-catchy. I said it should be eye-catchy. When it can be eye-catchy? When you have a thorough in your research. Okay, so this is the way while you are creating a structure of paper. Fine. Now once you will just having a figure and table and theory, you can easily classify the things, what should be the and you can easily discuss the result. Then after result you can easily conclude certain things, and in introduction part I'll mention you need to write down what you have a problem, what are the alternatives, what is the best solution, and what you have done. So from this you can write down introduction easily. From this too you can write down title and abstract easily. So I hope you get the point. This is the sequence, whatever I mentioned in a general draft, but the actual way of work is reverse. Now next is target most suitable journal. Research paper writing is not enough. after writing a research paper, you need to publish somewhere. It may be a journal, or it may be a conference proceeding, but how you will find out from where you want to publish? So there is a two way. First, when you are doing a literature and you find out the 15 articles from a same journal which is directly associated and directly related to your topic, you will try to approach this journal, because you need to, when you want to just publish the paper, you just justify not only the your research, but it should be fit with the scope of your targeted research journal. Suppose you have done everything and you have sent the your article in another journal, the scope and scope of the journal is not fit with your title, they will directly do the desk rejection. So mostly in India or in a world, 45% of the articles are having a desk rejection due to this reason. So first, this is the way you can, from LR you identify that yes, these journals are constantly publishing on this title, it means this is appropriate for me. Okay, then use journal finder services given by the various publisher, as Elsevier, Emerald, they are giving a journal, guide.com, journal finder. I am just showing you how you can find out the journal. Yes, we need to go online. Yes, how you can just, this is suppose this is Elsevier. Okay, so this is journal finder of Elsevier, journal finder Elsevier. Okay, here edit your search. This is my previous search, so it shows. Okay, I'll write you a title, some abstract of my paper, then I'll but before doing all this thing, first we need to target the journal, then we should write the paper according to that. I'll come to that part, but I'll share you journal finder. Edit your search. Okay, now impact of COVID-19 on Indian stock market. Now I want on mental health. Okay, okay, I'll write down the brief about the mental health, and I'll write down the keywords. Right now I'm not writing down anything in detail. Okay, this is related to, I want to just study about the, not computer science, I want to study about the psychology. Okay, then I'll find the journals, if any journals are available or not. They are just giving me within a 1 minute, and they will give you a rate also. See, practice and psychologics, see 0.6 site score, impact factor is this, acceptance rate is 19, time of first decision it will take 8 weeks. It shows that after submission, the first decision whether it is rejected or accepted, that they are taking 8 weeks, means almost 2 months. Time of publication 50 weeks, means almost 1 year. Okay, and test match score, that is they are just showing that this journal is 25% matching with your title and objective. Then this developmental reviews, here you go through this journal and you can read the Journal of Environmental Psychology. So here you go through it, you need to read the scope of the journal, then again read the author's guideline of that journal, then you need to prepare your research paper, that I'll show you. So this is the way to find out the best journal of your title. Okay, so every publication, good publication houses are providing the services, that journal finder or journal guide, whether it is Emerald, Elsevier, Sage, any of these publication house. But this is not important. how you can find, this is important, but you need to analyze the thing. What is the impact factor of that journal? Who is the publisher? Whether it is indexed in Scopus or not, whether it is UGC care journal or not, whether it is peer reviewed or not, everything you should keep in your mind. Okay, and once you have finalized from this, you finalize, yes, for this the journal of environmental psychology is a shoot to my shoot to the scope of that journal. My topic is fit for in the scope of this journal. Okay, then try to review more article of the same journal. You go through that journal, yes, which content exactly they want, which knowledge exactly they want, which information they want, which type of article they are going to publish. You need to analyze everything. Once you have identified journal, you just do the research on that journal. Yes, this journal is generally publishing qualitative research, this journal is publishing this type of research. Okay, you go through it, you read, you do certain literature review of that article, and you just use for your literature review as well, then prepare the research paper. Okay, so this is I have put it last, but actually it is not last. Once you are just doing the literature review, during the literature review, this thing you have to keep in your mind, that during the LR, what you will do, which journal is better, and this journal having a 15 articles, this journal having a 14 articles, so it will be better for to go for publication. Okay, right now I am very happy to share that our Towards Excellence is also a part of UGC Care journal, and you can publish your journal, you can publish your article in this journal. Now next, after identifying the journals, after doing a review of that same journals, what you need to do? You need to do a writer your final draft, your research paper. You will prepare your first draft as per the requirement of a journal. Suppose journal, as I said, the journals having a certain formats. You need to write down the paper in a Times New Roman 12, subtopic should be writing this way, main topic right should be in this way, and this much of font size. Everything you have to write as per the requirement of the journals, which is mentioned in the author's guideline. So once you have selected the journals, you need to write, first you need to read the author's guideline of that journal. Suppose here you selected Journal of Environment Psychology. Okay, you go through it. Okay, submit the paper. Journal website, you will go for journal website, you will get more detail. Okay, Journal of Environmental Psychology, you want to submit about the journal, instruction for reviewer, instruction for author. Here you need to read instruction for authors. Okay, you will get the detailed instruction, what format actually you need to follow, what business research ethics is there, what declaration should required, what form size should be there, everything is mentioned. See, side score is 6.9, impact factor is good enough, that is 3.301, and guide for author is there. See here, guide for author, view article, you can just having a track your paper, abstracting and indexing, where here you will look at, as I said, you need to think about whether it is indexing anywhere or not. Then if you click on it, you will get the data, yes, where it is indexed. See, it is indexed in Scopus, Applied Social Science Index, Biological Abstract. These are the, then guide for authors. Here you will get the guideline. Here you will download the guideline, you will get the detailed guideline. See, Journal of Environment description, how you need to write your paper, meta-analysis, systematic analysis, whatever, impact factor, abstract indexing, editorial board, everything, every information related to journal is given to you. Now here it is guide for authors. introduction, then manuscript, include keywords, old figure, include relevant captions. Everything is mentioned over here. What you have to keep in your mind while preparing your research paper. Ethics in publishing, I have mentioned that what they are following, ethical publication standard, declaration of interest, everything is mentioned. Okay, whether you want to go for open access, everything is here. Revise submission, then article structure, see subdivision, numbered section, you need to give 1.1, then 1.1.1, then 1.1.2, introduction, material, result, what should be in introduction, material and method, theory, conclusion, annexure. Every guideline is given over here that you need to read carefully, and you need to prepare as per the guideline of a journal. Then there will be a less chance of rejection of your research paper. Then this is your first draft. Now then you need to prepare a second draft. Second draft means what? After doing a first draft, you need to read your friends or your colleagues for a proofreading. Then they are giving a suggestion. Then prepare a second draft. Sometimes one eye is not enough. Fresh eye will give you some inputs. So try to give this your research paper to read someone, your friends or colleagues. Then they'll give you some important. They will share some important change in your research paper. Then prepare a second draft. Then revision. It may be as I said, your friend may suggest you a revision. Same thing happen after submission of your final draft. If you are submitting your second draft, you need to send your research journal, target research journal. Here we have selected that environmental psychology, Journal of Environmental Psychology. You will send it then you will wait for 8 weeks, you will get it review. Yes, your paper is accepted for a second stage. Then they will send they will send for blind review. They will accept or reject whatever the result. They will share with you. Editor will share with you. Yes, out of 3 reviewers, 2 has accepted, means we are going to accept, but there is some minor revision. Then again we need to do a revision as per the requirement of journal. If journal is giving a suggestion and you have incorporated all suggestion and revise your article, you need to again resubmit the article on time. If you are not submitting on time, it will spoil your images. So kindly do the revision if suggested by the editor and submit on time. So this is the best way to write a paper, to publish your paper. So we have discussed the journey. We have started from how to start and how to write, then how to submit the research paper in various journals. Now I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. I already shared my contact information with you. Thank you so much. This is the references I have used. Thank you.